All right. So now that leads us to Judas agrees to betray Jesus. That's Matthew 26, verses 14 through 16. So now Judas, one of the 12 disciples, he goes to the chief priests and he says to them, "What are you going to give me to sell out Jesus?" And they say 30 pieces of silver. Okay. Now Judas helps the chief priests to arrest Jesus without like a riot or an uproar by the people, which is why they would be sometimes afraid to seize him, because he was publicly preaching and teaching, like outside with the multitude, and so that they were afraid to do that. And plus, it wasn't time. So now, from that point on, Judas looked for opportunities to betray Jesus. Okay. Now, this brings us to Jesus celebrating the Passover with his disciples. Now, the disciples is preparing to set up for the Passover meal for Jesus. And they ask Jesus, "Where do you want us to prepare this Passover meal for you to eat for the Passover?" And Jesus tells them to go into the city, and there's going to be a certain man. Let that man know that my time is soon come, and I will keep the Passover at your house with my disciples. So now the disciples go and they do this, obey exactly what Jesus said, found that certain man, and they prepared the meal. Okay. Now it's evening. Okay. And now Jesus is sitting with the 12 disciples, and he tells them, "One of you will betray me." Now they all begin to be extremely sad, like, wait, what's going on? Their heart dropped. They're asking, "Lord, is it I?" And then Jesus answers and he says to them, "He who dipped his hand in with me in the dish will betray me." Then Jesus says, "Woe," or judgment, to that man by whom Jesus is betrayed. It would be good for that man if he had not been born. Those are some strong words, right? Okay. And then Judas, who was betraying Jesus, because he had already, did what he did, he said, "Rabbi, is it me?" Rabbi means teacher. "Teacher, is it me?" Then Jesus said, "You said it." Judas freely chose to betray Jesus, but he fulfilled the scriptures. He fulfilled the prophecy of the prophets from before scriptures. Listen, God is not going to destroy our human, free will. Sometimes it's unfortunate. Okay. That leads us to that leads us now to Jesus institutes the Lord's Supper. Matthew 26 to